Hey, what's up? This is Neil from 3 Days Grace. You're listening to Morgan Richards on Radio Cardiff.
Hey, I'm Morgan Richards from Radio Cardiff, 98.7 FM. I'm extremely pleased to say that I'm joined live on the phone in the studio now by a band who have been a true force in the alternative metal scene over the last decade. It's of course those Canadian human songwriting machines from Ontario. It's the wonderful Neil Sanders from 3 Days Grace.
How are you doing, man? Good to talk to you.
And with you, Neil, you alright?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm up in Canada, and I just got home off of an American tour, and we have a little bit of downtime, and the weather's nice. So I'm getting out of the city, and I'm heading into the woods this weekend.
Okay, great to hear. So, Neil, to start, the last 2 years of 3 Days Grace have been such an exciting one, to say the least, with really a new beginning for the band after now teaming up with Matt on lead vocals and just recently releasing your 5th studio album, Human, worldwide last month. I'm sure to be back now having some of the best response under this new lineup is being surreal and a testament to this new material.
Yeah, it's been a very exciting time for us, and there definitely is a new energy born in 3 Days Grace. We've been a band for a long time, and to have Matt step in, he really brought an aggressive energy that was, I think, reminiscent of sort of what we set out to do on our first album. He's a little younger than us, and he just brings this raw aggression that lent itself to going back to being maybe a little bit heavier than we have been in recent albums. And I think the new album, it is a testament to sort of us going back to writing a record that's very raw and emotional and has no holds barred as far as just the heaviness and the dark approach. We use music as a form of venting. So this record is a really a reflection of our lives and our emotions and our personal demons and all the things that we deal with, stuff that everybody deals with,
Okay, fantastic. And I have to say, really, over this last 2 years, your legion of fans have been extremely excited about Human and this new chapter. That in itself must be such an overwhelming feeling and excite you even further about the future of 3 Days Grace with all this new music.
It is, and we never take that for granted. To have fans that are on this journey with us and as excited about the future and the new record as we are, we're very grateful for that. Change is inevitable, and life is about chapters sometimes. And, so I think one of the major things is that we've always been very collaborative when we write. I mean, the band has always written lyrics and melody and music together. Everybody sort of plays guitar, and we all write on acoustic guitars. And we've all stayed true to ourselves with the content that we write about. Are talking about just, struggles in our own lives and people that we've lost and just everyday things, addiction and the lives of people around you and witnessing sort of the human condition. We've always written about those real experiences, and that's never changed and it never will. And I think that's a major connection between us and 3 Days Grace fans, is that they realize that it always comes from a genuine emotional place. And I think that's a powerful thing in music. If you can put into words what people are genuinely thinking and feeling, then that, as an artist, is, it's a very gratifying thing, and it makes a really strong bond between you and your fans. And we're lucky to have that.
And now with Matt joining on lead vocals, after everything that happened, when the idea came through and you were talking about it, did it just feel like the right and really natural thing to have him join his brother and the rest of you guys?
It was very natural. I mean, for a number of reasons. A lot of people know that, Matt actually co-wrote a few songs on our first 3 Days Grace album back in 2003, as well as co-writing on our Transit of Venus, and then obviously on all over the new album. So we grew up together. And obviously, being Brad's brother, we've been a band since we were teenagers, and Matt was that kid in the corner kind of bugging us while we were trying to learn our jobs. He's kind of grown up and gone through all the same stuff we have, and so it became natural for him to step in. It all happened so quickly. It was unexpected when it all went down 2 years ago, but we immediately turned to Matt and said, "Hey, we've got this tour coming up. Let's start jamming and see how it goes." And as soon as we started rehearsing, we felt it was the obvious right choice. His first show with us was in front of 8,000 people, and he just came out just owning it, guns blazing, and fans reacted, and we knew immediately that it was the obvious choice, and it was a very natural thing to happen. And we were fortunate to be able to really not lose momentum and just forge ahead. And we started writing. We write a lot on the road, so that first tour, we started writing right away, and the song Painkiller, which would become our first single with Matt, was actually written on that tour. Everything happened very quickly, and we never looked back.
And really, for years, it's always seemed that Matt, as being an honorary member for the band, having that inside look and even, as you mentioned, co-writing songs in the past. So when it came to writing this new material for Human, it must have just been so much easier because, as you said, he had ideas from the word go.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was Matt who came to us with, like I said, with the original idea for Painkiller, and we were like, wow, man, this is going to be a great 3 Days Grace song. And just having that history with Matt on a creative level made us very comfortable sort of continuing on in the same process of writing that we always have. Songwriting with a group of people is all about trust. If you don't like my idea, I would rather you tell me than not tell me, because it makes me a better songwriter. But it's hard to, some people don't like that. To be able to be criticized by your peers takes a degree of humbleness, and being able to trust that the most important thing is the quality of the song, and you need to sort of check your ego at the door if you're going to collaborate. So having that with Matt already really sort of kept the comfort zone when we were writing songs.
Okay, oh, well, fantastic. And going back now to the reception of Human, there seems to be a sense of really you going back to your roots, and some of the earlier feel on this record being a lot more darker and heavier, but having even more hookier choruses, especially with the singles Painkiller, I Am Machine, and so on.
Yeah, I mean, we did make a decision to go back to sort of the process that we had 10 years ago. We went and reconnected with our producer, Gavin Brown, who produced our first album and was very instrumental in helping us sort of shape our sound and finding ourselves in what we were all about as a band. And, one thing that Gavin always really pushed us to do in writing lyrics was he always told us that we shouldn't write lyrics. We should write conversations. So if I was trying to express some sort of emotion or trying to get my point across in some capacity, how would I actually say it to you in a conversation, rather than trying to write something that's got some very clever poetic rhyming scheme that's over the top? How would I actually say it if I was just having a conversation like I am with you right now? And we've taken that lyrical approach all along, but working with Gavin again, we really honed in on that. And I think that creates a dialogue that's much more directly emotional. And I think as a listener, that becomes a very powerful thing, because it feels like you're just talking, not trying to overdo it with like artistic poetry all the time.
Oh, wow. Oh, fantastic. And now, Neil, just a couple more things before you go. Of course, over the next few months, you guys are going to be extremely busy playing a lot of European festivals across the summer, returning into the UK to play the Downloads Festival at Donington Park. I bet you guys can't wait to get back over here and playing a massive show, recovering with your UK fans.
Oh man, I've been waiting to play at Donington Park my entire life. It's surreal and such a rich history, and for us to be part of it this year is really exciting. We can't wait. It's nice to be home for a couple weeks, but right now I'm just like, festival season is upon us, and it's my favorite time of year. And to be able to get up on stage and play and so many people it's like a drug, you get this adrenaline rush that nothing else gives you, and you become addicted to it, just like anything else. And so, it's a very exciting time for us, and we can't wait to get back.
And with that now, can we maybe expect you guys to come back to the UK for a proper headline tour? Because it's been such a long amount of time since the last time you guys have been here properly.
Yes, absolutely. And, we've often talked about that. It's amazing now. We're just seeing a lot of doors open for us overseas, which is a really exciting thing. I think it's partly due to, I guess social media has really enabled that. It's really broken down a lot of borders with being able to have your music exposed to the world. And we're really excited about sort of answering the call on so many fans reaching out to us saying, you got to come over here. And the last time we were in the UK, it became apparent that hard rock is kind of stronger than ever, which is a really exciting thing. And so we're definitely gonna be over there because of that.
So really, the plan for the rest of 2015 is trying to expand even more in the global market.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we just got back from Argentina and Brazil. We played Lollapalooza down there, which was awesome. And we're going to places that we've never been before and never released a record before, and having a great deal of fans. So that to us is very exciting and somewhat surreal.
Okay, well, fantastic. Well, that's about it. Cheers, Neil, for taking time out to have a chat with me.
Excellent. Well, thanks very much for the conversation, man.
No worries. Best of luck now with all the tours, and hopefully we can catch up with you again very soon.
Okay, thank you very much. We'll see you soon.